The Mitten. Once there was a boy named Nicky. He wanted mittens as white as snow. If you drop a white mitten in the snow, it will be hard to find, his grandmother told him. But Nicky wanted snow white mittens so much that Baba made them for him. When she finished knitting, Nicky put on the mittens and went out to play. It wasn't long before one mitten fell off. Look, it was here under his belt, and he climbed the tree. It fell right by the tree. And in this book, you can see in the little mitten inserts here, it tells you what has happened and what's going to happen. So do you see this little animal here? Let's see what happens. A little mole found it. Oh, it's so tiny, and crawled inside. It was just the right size, so he decided to stay. And look, there's Nicky. He's running on top of a log. There's a little bunny. And then the bunny runs out of the log, and oh, a rabbit came hopping by. He wiggled in next to the mole. And there's Nicky exploring. There's another little animal. Can you tell which one it is? It has pokey things on its back. A hedgehog wanted to get warm. The mole and the rabbit made room for him. And now Nicky's looking into a tree over here, and looking down at him is an owl. And the owl swoops down. The owl didn't want to be left out, so the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog had to move over. The little mitten, was getting crowded, I would say. Okay, what's happening in this one? Nicky is running, making snowballs maybe. And then here, under the tree, there's a little animal. Oh, it's right by the tree. A badger looked out of his house and saw the mitten. He climbed right in. Nicky is climbing over a fox, and now the fox is running out. The animals are getting to be bigger and bigger animals. A fox is even bigger than a badger. It started to snow, so a fox pushed his way in and made himself right at home. Wow. And then Nicky is sliding down a hill, and there is a huge bear coming. There's no way that a bear could fit in there. Then a big bear sniffed at the mitten. The animals were packed in tight, but the bear didn't care. He crawled in anyway. The mitten was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And here's Nicky on the stump, and there's a tiny little mouse. Surely it would be easy for that mouse to fit in, right? Then a tiny mouse, you can see his little footprints. He squeezed in and perched, she squeezed in and perched herself on the big bear's nose. That should be fine, right? She's not taking up any room. And then Nicky over here looks down at his belt. He sees that there's a mitten there, and then he looks, he's like, oh no, I only have one mitten. The mouse's whiskers tickled the bear's nose. The bear sneezed. All the animals flew out of the mitten. The mole. What was next? The rabbit, the hedgehog, the badger, the owl, the fox, the mouse, the bear. And Nicky is running to find his mitten. The animals are all laying disoriented. Nicky saw his mitten sail up into the air. Remember, it flew up because the bear sneezed and everybody flew out? From the window, Baba watched. She's right there. She watched Nicky catch his mitten. See, Baba, he called to her, I have both my mittens. And Baba smiled. And all the animals are going back to their spots. Oh. And can you see here? Baba is looking at the two mittens and is like, what happened here? The end.